Hey guys, Goose here. No spoilers yet, so I'll just show the title screen here as I introduce this video. But this is, of course, the new Zelda game, Breath of the Wild. The game is absolutely insane, to say the least. I didn't expect to be making a video about this game already, but I feel like I pretty much had to with what's been discovered here, and I haven't really seen many other videos describing this in good depth or good quality. So I'll give you one last chance to get out of here before I start showing gameplay footage, which I guess people consider spoilers, and I know people are a little bit fussy about. Okay, so here we go. This is the #1 fastest way to farm rupees in the game. It's completely insane. At the end, I'll show you me getting 2,500 rupees in 8 minutes, which translates to roughly 19,000 rupees an hour. Absolutely, completely nuts. So, if you've discovered the whole region, you want to warp to Hebra Tower, the snowy region in the northwest of the map. And you're going to jump off the northwest of that tower. Not too far. You'll see how far I jump off here in just a brief second. But there's a game. There's a mini-game, of course. This is the best way to farm rupees. Called Pondo, or this man called Pondo at Pondo's Lodge. And he has a little mini-game there where you're bowling. You're bowling his pins down with a giant snowball. And it earns a lot of rupees. So you see, we're here at Hebra Tower. I'm just going to kind of align myself, and you can see I have it marked. It's just to the northwest. You should be able to pretty easily find it if you look down in the daytime especially. You can see that lodge appear below. It's even easier to see in the daytime. But you just glide on down, and you go chat with Pondo. And I have a really consistent setup for this trick as well. So yeah, go try his bowling game. It costs you 20 rupees to go and play. Which is basically nothing at all. So that's always cool. Okay, so he gives you a snowball, and he says if you knock over 10 pins, it's a strike. So pick up the snowball, and have it roll away from me a little bit there. But what you do is you go over to Pondo. He always stands in the same exact spot. Go over to Pondo and line yourself up between him and the center pin. Walk straight down, and just drop the ball. And it's literally that simple. That setup usually gets you a strike. And, yeah, it pays out 300 rupees for the strike, which is just completely ridiculous. So you're netting 280 rupees in that time. Like, how much time was that? Hardly any time. Just completely crazy. And the thing is, he asks you if you want to do it again. And you just do it again. You just keep doing it. And you use that exact setup. I know there are maybe other setups for this, but this is the one I found to consistently work, and the one I've been using. So, literally, again, you pick up the snowball, you line yourself up between Pondo and the center pin. You can't walk too far forward, otherwise he gets mad and you just have to reset. It doesn't cost you anything but time. Walk in between him and the center pin to that little mound, drop the ball, and it rolls down and gets you a strike, and 300 rupees minus the 20 you paid to play the game, 280 rupees. Absolutely crazy. I'm going to show you now a very quick clip of me with a timer on screen, so you can see how much time has elapsed, and it's going to be sped up, getting 2,500 rupees in 8 minutes. And again, that can translate to almost 19,000 per hour. So there's pretty much no limit on how insane this game can go. It's great to just sit here farming rupees while like watching a stream or listening to a podcast or something like that. Just sit there farming rupees. I literally had no equipment. I found out about this game. My pal Donttouchthedoor told me about it, and yeah, now I have all sorts of equipment that I could need in this game. Another strike, no problem, simple stuff. Another 300 rupees. So here's my stream from last night, and this is just going to give you a good example of just how many rupees you can get in how fast. But first I want to show this first throw, because this was actually the first time that I had gone to see Pondo and didn't have a full weapon inventory. I had some open space. And it was kind of interesting because he didn't give me the 300 rupees. You'll see what he gives me in a second. So again, you can see my setup here. Get in between Pondo and the center pin, walk that line right to this ridge, and just press A to drop the ball. and it'll just go down and usually get you a strike. Even if you don't get a strike, if you get a spare, it's 100 rupees. 9 pins knocked over is 50. 8 or 7 is still 20. You get your money back. But you'll see here, Pondo actually gives me something interesting. He gives me this Blizzard Rod. So I kind of wonder if that's like the intended item you're supposed to get as a reward for this game. And it's only once you have a full inventory or you already have it that he gives you the 300 rupees instead. But that was pretty crazy. And he says something like he's the chillest dude in Hyrule, and he is. So watch the timer here. I say okay at 2:16:52, and I go down and just start knocking off strikes, and you'll also see I had 8,500 rupees. So 8,500 rupees at 2:16:52. And let's just watch and see how far this goes, and how many rupees I have by the end of it. And again, like, strike after strike after strike. Some people I've seen say other games are more efficient. They're not. There's a lot of talk about this game in the beach area, where you have to save and quit, a gambling chest game. Saving and quitting is so onerous and boring. I hate doing it. And then there's another game, climbing the Goron Tower, and you just don't make as much money as this one. And that game actually takes a lot of like effort and skill, and this game is literally one easy setup, and a button press. So this is so much easier and more efficient than those other two methods. So again, we were at 2 hours, 16 seconds, 52, 2 hours, 16 minutes, 52 seconds on my timer, in the top left of the screen here, at 8,500 rupees. It's now 6 minutes later, and I now have 11,000 rupees. So just do the math. 2,500 rupees in 6 minutes literally translates to 25,000 rupees an hour. Again, I hit every single strike. That's that little segment there. But still, this game has the potential to earn 25,000 rupees an hour. That's more than any other game in Breath of the Wild that we know of, or any other method of farming rupees. Absolutely insane. I think it's believed that you can get up to 1 million rupees in this game, which is pretty crazy, and a lot of the equipment costs a lot of money. So you want this rupees, again, go farm here. Pondo's snowball game at Pondo's Lodge, just northwest of Hebra Tower. Super simple, enjoy. Hope you guys find this useful. Thanks for watching, everybody.